What is going on, good people? What's going on? So, we are back for yet another one. All right. So if this is your first time joining, I am Cam from Elevated Lawnscapes. And this is what we call the kickback. We're gonna get it done each and every Thursday night. As the schedules permit, and we took 2 weeks off, and then we came back last week and we back again this week. So we gonna make sure that we try to keep this presence going, making sure that we are providing y'all some good information, and then also just a vibe just to come through, kick back, talk long, ask a question. So we are going to have a live Q&A. So make sure you are dropping those questions over there. We're gonna do the normal routine and structure of the live stream tonight a little bit different because I'm just gonna jump into it. I'm not even gonna hold y'all and say I need y'all to wait till the end to make sure like people are coming in and trying to make sure that they get the information and all of that. I'm gonna just give y'all the announcement right up front, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into a couple of things that I've got. Of course, we're gonna have our weather talk. Applications. We'll talk about what applications we've made, and then also we're gonna talk about what a couple of questions that I've got about some information about a product. So we'll jump in and I'll go ahead and say that product is gonna be phosphites. So I've gotten several questions over the past 2-3 days. I'm glad y'all are paying attention. Like y'all paying attention to the content, y'all paying attention to the weather, and you was like, "Hey, Cam, like I know this is about time for us to make sure we putting out our phosphites and stuff like that." So I'm going to get in and I'm gonna talk through that. I know y'all have asked me about phosphites and everything. So if you sent me a message or left a comment asking about phosphites, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the latest information that I've got on that. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into it and talk about some of the updates that we've got going. So major announcement, major announcement. We are back live right now with Phoenix. Phoenix is back available. The run was successful towards the end of last week. We had a great run with our manufacturer. Everything went well. Their new line is up and running and producing. So we have completed our latest run for Phoenix. So Phoenix is back available on the website. So you can go on and purchase that if you are looking to get a single bag of that. But here's the kicker. If you want to go ahead and stock up and get you more than one bag, we're going to toss you a good 10% discount if you are buying 2 bags. And hey, if you want to go ahead and stock up for next year also, or maybe you just have a larger lawn, we're going to help you out. So we are actually going to run a discount for 15% off 3 bags or more. All right, so I'm going to run that down for you one more time. Single bag, regular price on that. 2 bags, we are giving you a 10% discount on buying 2 bags. 3 bags or more, we're tossing you a 15% discount on that. So we definitely appreciate the support, and thank y'all for standing by us and supporting. I mean, we're a small business, right? We put that together. At this point, we are a small business now. So we put that product together for you all because we felt that there was a hole in the market. So if you are not aware of Phoenix and this is your first time hearing about Phoenix, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. It is a granular fertilizer that is a 25-0-10 analysis. It does come with some biochar in there, a quality biochar that is in that product. And one of the things that sets this product away from or apart from a lot of other products that are out there are these 2 things. It is a homogeneous prill, which that means that all your nutrients are wrapped up in one prill. You will not get the rainbow color, multicolored fertilizer granules in the bag. It is all going to be uniform and it is all going to look the same because every single granular has all the nutrients wrapped into it, which is why we call it a homogeneous prill. The second thing is it is a smaller SGN. It is a 120 SGN. So why does that even matter? So from a coverage standpoint, it's very easy to put down. It flows out of your spreaders very easily, very well. So using that smaller SGN, that is one of the benefits of that. The other thing is you can also control the amount of nitrogen and nutrients that you are putting down with that smaller granular size. So what we like to do is we like to spoon feed, even if we're putting our granular fertilizers out. You can actually apply that down to a 1/4 pound per 1,000. If you've got your quality spreader and you know how to dial your spreaders and everything in, I've spread it all the way down to a 1/4 pound per 1,000. I really think I could even go smaller amount if I wanted to, using that spiker spreader combined with the Phoenix fertilizer. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. It's just one of those things that when it flows like butter right through your spreader. So those are some of the benefits that you get. I will also add, it does have 3 nitrogen sources in it. It is not just a singular urea or AMS in there. You get both of those, plus you get an additional one, which is ammonium nitrate. That ammonium nitrate is going to be very readily available to the plant, along with the other nitrogen sources that are in there. So one of the benefits that you also get from that fertilizer is a lot of the color that comes with it. You get a very good response time from it with those nitrogen sources. But the feed is also, even though it's a lot of quick release, most of those nitrogen sources are readily available or soluble to the plant. So that means it goes ahead and it doesn't take long for it to get into the plant. You still get a sufficient amount of feeding, up to 4 to 6 week feed on that very easily. But what I've noticed is you do not get the flush of growth that you may get from like a lot of the other soluble nitrogen sources, or what we like to call quick release, like just going down with AMS or urea or something like that. I have applied it all the way up to 3/4 pound, which is the recommendation. Did not see a huge flush in growth, but I did see a huge flush in color. So that is one of the things that you will be able to see and will benefit from using the Phoenix. So again, it is back available online, and I just wanted to focus in and go ahead and talk about that. I was trying to do it on the side, but I am going to go ahead and get the link to that, and I will get ready to drop it in the chat. So you can go ahead and, hey, if you want to go pick you up a bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, you can go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So if you are looking to get the discount that we just talked about, the discount will be live on Saturday. So we got to load it into the system, and it's got to do all the behind the scenes type of stuff that has to happen. So if you're looking for that discount that I just talked about, if buying 2 bags, you get a 10%, 3 bags or more, you get a 15% discount. That discount will be live on Saturday. It'll be live on Saturday. But if you're just going to pick up a single bag, you can go do that right now. Stick around to the live, unless you want to do it over on the side while you're listening and you want to do it in the background. Go ahead and pick you up a bag. You can go ahead and do that. But if you are going to pick up more than 1 bag, I suggest you wait till Saturday when that discount goes live. So again, overall, y'all, we appreciate the support. And along with we appreciate the support, we're going to keep on giving back to you. So what we are going to do, and the other thing that we have in the works, is our second analysis of fertilizer that we are working on to be able to come out with. So y'all know we talked about it. We've talked about some of the things that I wanted in our fertilizer, and we joke about it, like that I wasn't able to get in this first round of fertilizer that we put out. So one of the things is we are going to be bringing in some of those things that we all wanted them, but we had to have some give and take on what we wanted to have in the bag. So we are working on our next fertilizer, our next analysis. It is going to also be a number of quick release type nitrogen sources that are going to be in it, but this one is going to be soluble. So it will not have the biochar in it, because we want this one to be able to melt down, and you can spray it at those lower rates that y'all know I love to do. I love to be able to melt down my AMS or melt down some urea. Most of the time it's AMS, melting it down and then just spraying it out of my backpack sprayer, so I can get that foliar uptake. So that is one of the things two of the things that we are set on for this fertilizer. Is it will be soluble. So we'll be able to melt it down, and you'll be able to put it in your backpack sprayer and spray it out. And also this one will be homogeneous also. So it'll be another homogeneous prill, and we're going for the same SGN. So it'll be around that 120 SGN. So those are some of the characteristics that we have that we're pretty set on that this fertilizer is gonna have. What we would like your input on is, what are some of the things that you would like to see or like to have in this fertilizer? We just want some feedback. Like we'd like some feedback. We have a formulation that we would like to go with, but we'd like to get some feedback and see what things you all would like to see in this fertilizer. Knowing that there are going to be some limitations of things that won't be able to go into the bag because of the fact that we want it to be soluble. Some things just won't be able to be in it. And we've kind of started running into those roadblocks and running through a lot of those formulation analysis issues already, where we wanted to put something in there and it was like, oh, nope, you can't put that in there because then it won't be soluble, or it won't be able to hold. If you do put that in there, it won't be able to hold in the granular form, like over a period of time, where it would start to absorb like moisture and then start to clump up. So, give us some feedback. If you are listening to this in the replay, drop that feedback in the comments. Let us know what those things, or what's something either nutrient wise or color. Would you like to see it colored? We've talked about that too. What different colors and stuff that are out there to maybe, we know Phoenix is hard to see. Would having it being blue or having it being a certain color, would that be of a benefit or a interest for you all? We would like to make this fertilizer more visible than Phoenix is. Phoenix is amazing, but Phoenix does require you to dial in and to also trust. Just trust your spreader once you get comfortable with things, and just know it is coming out. You may not be able to see it, but the fertilizer is coming out, and you are going to get those results from it. So let us know. You can either, if you're in here right now, you can drop some of that feedback into the chat and kind of let us know what feedback you've got, what you would like to see in there, and we can kind of go from there. And we are in the formulation process right now, so we're working with I like to call him a chemist, a mad scientist, in the background that's coming up with the formulations of what options we have. We've kind of given them like what we want to have in there, and we're kind of playing around with some other things that we know are going to be plant beneficial, and we want to make sure we pack as many and as much of that into it as we can. So those are the two big announcements. Phoenix is back live with a discount, and we are working on bringing you a second analysis of fertilizer that will be available as we start to dial that in. And we'll carry y'all throughout the process. As we collect this feedback, we'll let y'all know as we're doing our live streams and everything. Hey, we've kind of dialed in a formulation. We're running trials and things like that. So the goal would be for us to have this one. Our goal is to have it available by the fall, like by the time, because we've still got to run through all of the development phases and all of that and trials, and the manufacturer's got to be able to produce it and all of that stuff. Then we got to get on their schedule for a run. So that's kind of the goal, but there's a lot of steps that have to happen in between now and then. And the way time is moving right now, time is moving fast. So next thing you know, the fall will be here, and it'll be time to be throwing and growing seed and fertilizer. I just saw somebody, Mr. Martini, just put it up there, and he was like, if it's growing, we're throwing. Yeah, soon, it won't be long that we'll be throwing and growing seed and fert for the fall. So overall, y'all, we appreciate it. We're continuing to try to build and expand and bring things to y'all that we feel are beneficial, and bring y'all along the way and get your feedback, right? We're trying to get your feedback and make sure we're providing you some things that you would find beneficial and some things that you're looking for. So again, if you've got feedback also on Phoenix, if you've used Phoenix, and you've got some feedback on that, and we've taken some of it, we've heard you on some of it, and we've kind of explained why certain things are the way that they are in the bag, and we've kind of talked about that in the past. But all good here. Like I said, I want to go ahead and just jump into it and give y'all the information right up front. Those are the two big announcements. Next thing, so now we'll get into kind of like our regularly scheduled information and content for the live stream. All right. Before I do that, I see I got a couple questions about Phoenix before I jump to the next topic. Boom, boom, boom. Hope you can show some updates on your iron cutter. Thanks. I do have some information coming, some updates coming on iron cutter. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all my updates are coming. I'm going to have a little more time here very shortly because I have been managing a full renovation on a complete level, main level of my house, which has completed. We are now moved back in. I still got some little odds and ends stuff that I'm going to be working on the next couple of nights throughout the rest of this week. But I have been mowing the iron cutter. I do have I've got the Hudson back on it. I think I posted some pictures and stuff of it, but I'll get ready here soon and do a update video on the iron cutter. So yeah, it'll probably be a quick video just kind of showing where it's at. We're supposed to get some warmer temperatures that are starting to set in, and it's about time for me to go. I'm ready to scalp it back because I can see how like the areas that it needs to be leveled out to start giving me that much better cut on it. So I'm ready to, I think next weekend, I've got an event next weekend. And then the following week, I'm going to be on travel. So I would like to, I don't know. I kind of want to do like record it day by day and kind of show the recovery of it. So probably the second week in June, I'm probably going to be doing the scalp back on the iron cutter, scalping it back and doing a sand leveling on it. I'm not going to go crazy heavy, but it's going to be a decent leveling job. And then I'll just let it grow back. I'll let it grow back through. We should be getting into like mid-June by that point, and we should have some temperatures that should be able to support that. and I'm gonna drop some good Phoenix on there. I'm gonna give it a good dose of Phoenix, probably like the beginning of June, so it'll go ahead and start to get cooking. So that recovery can be pretty good on that. I thought about using Phoenix or just going straight AMS, because like I said, that Phoenix, it, for some reason, it just does not give like a huge flush of growth to make it grow faster. But it makes it green, man. Man, it makes stuff green. So updates on Iron Cutter will be coming. Doom doom doom. What if I have 2 bags inbound? If you've already purchased, I'm not sure if we can go back, and I don't know how that works in the behind the scenes on the system. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not sure what can be done at that point. I will take a send us an email. Go ahead and send us an email, and then we can double check and see what happens with that. I can't make any promises on if you've already purchased what we can do on it, because I don't know how that works behind the scenes on all of that. So, um, yeah, that's I'm not sure what we can do there. Shoot us an email though. Shoot us an email on there, and we'll get your response back. How many times you recommend putting it down throughout the season? I would recommend your normal fertilization, right? Like your typically, if you're dealing with cool season grass, you're looking at anywhere from, depending on your location and your state regulations, you're looking anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds of N per season, and you can divide that 3 to 4 pounds up of N however you see fit. You can do it monthly, you can do it every 6 weeks, and divide that up throughout the season. For those applications, if you just wanted to run all Phoenix for the entire season. And I would recommend you getting between 50 and 60% of that 3 to 4 pound total. So either between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds in the fall, and the remainder of it spread it out throughout the spring-ish time frame into summertime. So most of that, like I said, we normally recommend, the recommendation is between 50 and 60% of your total nitrogen for the season, which starts in the fall. Get that down in the fall, and the remaining 50 to 40% spread that out throughout your spring and summer application. So depending on what duration you want to go in between, it can be 4 applications a season or 6 applications a season. If you wanted to spoon feed, it may be more frequent than that. If you only wanted to go down like 1/4 pound at a time, you could apply it more frequently at that point. So it's all going to depend on your rates and how much you're trying to get down, like, for the season. Nice to relax. Yeah, appreciate you for stopping by, man. I know, man, you just had a long shift. Ain't nothing like just coming through and kick back. All right, man. I appreciate you coming through and kicking it with us. Crawley, what's the coverage per bag? If you're talking square feet, I don't have it right off the top of my head, and I don't want to do the calculation right now. I'll get you the information on it for square foot coverage. I don't think we put it on the label either. So let me see. I think the recommended rate. Let me I might be able to do it real quick. I said I didn't want to do the calculation, but I'm gonna do it for you real quick. Doom. I didn't want to hold up the show. 340. So you're gonna be right at 13,000 square feet if you go at the recommended. If you go at the recommended rate, you're gonna be a little over 13,000 square feet for per bag. Let me make sure I did that. I think it's 3 pounds per thousand. Make sure. Yeah, yeah, little over 3,000, little over 3,000, 13,000 square feet. All right. I think that covers it. All right, cool. We got through Phoenix and talking about the first announcements and all of that. So, if you all could, we gonna jump into weather talk real quick, and I'm gonna try not to hold y'all too. I'm trying not to hold y'all too long tonight. I know we got to start a little bit late tonight. So, but if you do got your questions, drop them over there in the chat, and we'll get to it. So weather talk. We finally have gotten rain. We finally got some rain, much needed. Oh man, it was some nights, man. We had the windows open, just listening to the rain fall. Like it, we didn't have any like gully washer type rains. We just had nice, steady, seed watering rains. Oh man, it was nice. And you can tell like the lawns have loved it. Like they are recovering. We did have almost like 6 days of just dreary, rainy, off and on, cloudy kind of weather, but it was just much needed. And you can tell with the lawn people, because and lawn or garden people, they knew how bad we needed rain. Like they knew how bad we needed rain. Like the people that don't really care about plants and all of that stuff like that, like they were like, why is it raining so much? I hate that it's raining. Like it's just raining, it's raining, it's raining. I wish it would quit raining. It rained my Memorial Day weekend. Anybody that loves plants or deals with plants and growing things and anything like that, they were all good with it raining last week. It was good that we got the rain. Now we got some sunshine coming. We got mid 70s, low 70s coming all for like the next week. And then I think next weekend we jump up into the low to mid 80s, which is why I said the week after that we should be ready for me to go ahead and scout back the iron cutter. Hopefully we getting into some of those consistent 80, mid 80 degree temperatures, and the nighttime temps should start to creep up, which is going to be good for the iron cutter. Not so good for the cool season, but the iron cutter is going to love it. So it should be able to start to grow in a lot more and start the kick in when I go ahead and do that. I'll call it a renovation and sand leveling. So yeah, man, it was good to get that weather. That's the weather, the rain. We needed that change in weather, and like you can look at the yards, they are recovering. They are for sure recovering, and it's good to see. It's good to see because a lot of lawns were starting to struggle. Like they weren't starting, they were struggling. So now that we've got that, we'll get some warm temps, but not hot. We'll get some nice warm temps that are going to be coming, and it'll be good for the yards. It'll be good for the yards. So I did make an application yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, because we were supposed to get some more rain last night, which we did get that. We got some good rain. We got about just under 2/10 of an inch of rain, which was just perfect for the application that I went down with. I went down with some AMS, just went straight AMS on there with I'll call it my soil pack. After that, AMS with my Cider Grow, my Simple Lawn Solution Soil Hume, that I went down with in that application. So those were that's the application that I've made since we last talked. The AMS was just 1/10 of a pound, of AMS. Wanted to make sure I got the other two products, the Soil Hume and the Cider Grow, got those down before the rain came so they could get watered in. So that was the application that I've made this week. I did get out and get me a wet mow. I did a wet mow because the yard was about to get out of hand. I actually had to raise the deck for my front yard It is out of regulation right now. The entire yard is out of regulation from the PGR, the new PGR that I put down. So at this point, it's growing. Like it is growing. So I knew I wanted to get, with all the rain and moisture and all of that, I wanted to get a little bit of nutrients, a little bit of N back into the plant. So I went down with that tenth of a pound of AMS, and then those other two products to get watered in. And the yard's looking good right now. Yard's looking good. I probably could have cut it again today, and it's gonna be growing, especially after we get some of this sunshine over the next couple of days. That growth rate is gonna pick up. It's gonna be really good temperatures, not too hot. It's gonna be real sunny. What the lawn and the plant is gonna need. So it should be, some yards should be looking real good here in about in a couple of days. You give it 2 or 3 days, and these yards ought to be looking real good. So glad glad to get that, and glad to get that application down. And like I said, I'll be having an event at the house next weekend. So it'll be a bunch of people here at the house. We'll probably have kids and people all out on the lawn next week. So I'm gonna get it in tip top shape. I've already started my pattern that I'm gonna be doing, and it won't be anything. It won't be too drastic of a pattern. It's one that I've done before that I really like. And we just gonna diamond it up. I'm just gonna say we just gonna get them diamonds going. I wish I had a functioning drone right now, because I got a feeling by the time next weekend gets here and I get these patterns and stuff cut in, the yard and that AMS is really starting to kick in, and the plant's getting that sunshine and is taking up that moisture and all of that. I feel like the yard is gonna be looking. It's gonna be looking real good next weekend. The only problem is I got some weeds that I need to get rid of. I got some yellow wood swirl that has just been spreading that I have not addressed in the backyard. It's just over in one section by the patio, and I wanted to get it sprayed before the rain got here, but then it was so dry. I could have sprayed that, but I didn't get a chance to. I just didn't have time to take care of it. So then we started getting all the rain, and now here we are. So I I've just been delinquent on getting that sprayed out, and I think I'm actually gonna make a video on that, because I've seen it in a lot of yards, and it's one weed that I really always had. I'd only see it in my flower beds. I never really saw it in my actual lawn. And it came up right in one little thin area. I had one little thin area where the turf wasn't as thick coming out of the winter. And that's exactly where weeds came in. It found that opportunity and creeped in there. And it's really just like in that one little area. It's not all the way, like all throughout the lawn. It's just really that one area. So another benefit of keeping a healthy lawn and making sure you've got good density there to kind of fight a lot of that weed pressure that may be coming up when the lawn is thin. So yeah. Lefty's talking. You need that footage. Yeah, man. I'm gonna bring you the footage on the iron cutter, and I'm gonna try to bring the footage for. I need to buy me a new drone. I can't go without a drone. So I crashed my previous drone. I crashed it. It went drifting off, and I crashed it while I was out mowing and recording footage, and which is why you haven't seen a whole lot of drone footage from me this season, because I don't have one. And right now the yard is looking good too. Like if I can get drone footage up of the yard right now, I know it looks good, because it looks good like from my upstairs, and I can see it like from my upstairs when I look out. I was like, man, that looks good. Like if I could get the drone up, I know it would be. I know it would look real good. So I'll be putting together a video for the renovation that I'm gonna be doing on the iron cutter, and as I start to mow in the pattern and everything. I'm debating on just going ahead and buying me another drone to be able to have as we close in the next week, because I think the yard's gonna be looking it's gonna be looking A1, which is typical. Like honestly, I say it a lot. Typically peaks. My lawn typically hits at peak about mid June, between the second mid June and right before 4th of July. By 4th of July, it's already hit its peak. But just before 4th of July, like that third week in June, and then third, fourth week in June, leading up to 4th of July, is typically when my lawn for the season kind of hits that peak, where like everything is looking, where it's just looking premium, like it's just looking real good. And then that's when, because July is typically the wettest month that we have here in Maryland. And with all of that moisture, of course, disease pressure, then the heat comes, then the humidity, and then you're just fighting a lot of the plant is in a battle from then, which is why we call it the fourth quarter. The plant is in a battle from that point until the temperatures cool back down and you start to do your fall repairs. That's one of the things. Like I said, my lawn typically hits its peak. Is about to come up on its peak here in about 3 more weeks or so, and I think it's gonna be looking real nice. I mean, looking real good. I got a lot of hopes for it here in about 2 weeks. I think it's gonna be looking real good. Um, Elm Street Seed for the win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if y'all are into soccer and following along with the FIFA, um, they're getting ready to start those matches and everything, and a lot of the NFL stadiums and things like that have been converted over to the fields that are going to be played for the World Cup matches and all of that. So just one little plug, one little shout out to Mountain View Seed. A lot of those fields are using 365 SS, which you can find in Elm Street Elite, and iconic perennial ryegrass, which I showed y'all that before I converted over to the iron cutter in my test plot. So I have shown y'all the quality of those cultivars that are in Elm Street Elite by way of the 365 SS, and I've shown y'all independently the iconic perennial ryegrass blend that Mountain View Seed has. So again, that just goes because the standards that are required for the fields for those matches are ridiculous. Like they all have to perform the same. Like they've all got to be equivalent. And for Mountain View Seed cultivars to be chosen as the seeds for those fields says a lot. Like if you've ever doubted Mountain View Seed cultivars, the pros use it, right? The pros are using it, and it is meeting the standards of some of the highest caliber professional fields that are out there. And that's one of the things that I use, and the reasons why I chose the cultivars that are in Elm Street Elite for that reason. Yes, there are newer cultivars and things that are out there, but just because those new cultivars are out there doesn't mean the ones that are tried and true and continue to perform and continue to, like, they're making genetic tweaks and stuff to some of these cultivars at times, but they continue to perform, especially on those high levels and in those areas that the pros use it. Like the pros are using this, and you can have it in your lawn getting the same amazing results from it. Pick up you either some the tall fescue. They've got tall fescue blend optimum. They also have Mountain View Seed. That is, they got, if you want just a straight tall fescue blend, they've got that. And then if you're looking for the iconic perennial ryegrass blend, they have that available. If you're looking for a KBG and tall fescue blend, 90-10 blend, pick up your bag of Elm Street Elite. You can see people have been talking about it in here already. You won't be disappointed by it. And again, I appreciate y'all support on the seed. I mean, it speaks for itself. Like, I've been showing it to y'all for the past 6 years now, and it just looks so consistent and continues to perform. So yeah, I think that is, yep. And Mountain View Seed is at, yep, it's at Yankee Stadium, it's at Fenway's, it's in a whole bunch of stadiums. They use it for the Rose Bowl, it's in the Browns Stadium, it's in Heinz Field, no longer Heinz Field. The Steelers stadium is there. It's a number of other baseball fields that use it. So yeah, like a lot of the pro sports that you're seeing, that's what they're using. Like, they're using Mountain View Seed cultivars in all the Kentucky Derby. Is there at the Kentucky Derby Stadium. Why is that blanking on me? The name of the Kentucky Derby track. Yeah, it's there. They've got Mountain View Seed cultivars, Mountain View and MVP genetic cultivars there for the infield. So yeah, it's tried and true. It's tried and true for sure. Yep. So I think that's all I've got. Weather talk. We covered that. We covered applications. We covered the announcements. We answered some questions. We talked about some seed. What's going on, Brent? Can confirm at Fenway. Yes, sir. Yeah, quality seed is so important to quality turf. Yeah. And I've been saying it. If you are on a budget and you've got to be budget friendly for your lawn care or whatnot, the seed is where you need to have your largest budget, because that is the foundation and the basis of everything else you do. So if you get a quality seed, you can stick to the basics on your fertilization, because you're going to have the cultivars are going to have the genetic capability of already being dark green, of already having drought tolerance to it, already having disease resistance, not proof, disease resistance in it. It's going to get less disease in it. All of those genetic traits and things are going to already be there, and you're not going to have to do a whole bunch of fertilizing to it. You can stick to the basics that we always talk about, your 4 cultural practices, making sure you're getting proper watering, proper mowing, fertilization, and also your pest management. So Churchill Downs, appreciate you, Polo. Churchill Down. That's what the Kentucky Derby. I was like, yo, like all I could think about was I was trying to replay the Jack Harlow joints. I was trying to replay it in my head and for the Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs is it. Appreciate you for jumping in here, Polo. But yeah, having a quality seed is the foundation, right? That's the foundation of all of it. So if you have to be budget friendly, allot the largest portion of your budget to making sure you can get some quality seed down, and then from there follow your cultural practices. I say using a quality seed, and just because it's a cheap grass seed is the most expensive thing. That's right, Brad. Yeah, using cheap grass seed is the most expensive thing you can do to your lawn. Yeah, we've had people tell us that before. I know where that one came from for sure. And again, just knowing, uh, also just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's quality, right? Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's a quality seed. Sometimes it may, but just because it does, it doesn't mean that it's quality. Because the seed that is in the big box stores are some of the most expensive seeds out there. But you're not getting 100% seed in those bags. You're getting a lot of fillers, a lot of coatings, a lot of other stuff that is not seed in those bags. So again, I've got a video on that where I break it down and tell you all about that. Make sure you get you a quality seed, and typically it doesn't come from your big box stores. Like, we all buy stuff off of Amazon. We buy stuff from everywhere. We get stuff shipped to our house all the time. There's no need for us to go to there's no need to go to the big box store and buy seed either. Like, you can get high quality seed, and it doesn't have to be the Elm Street Elite. Of course, I'm going to say that that is a quality seed that you should go buy, but there are so many other ones out there that also use Mountain View seed cultivars in them. And like Pete's got a great blend. Most of those are Mountain View seed cultivars that he now has in his blends. So Pete again he's got a great seed blend over there. There's a lot of other ones out there. The Prime Fescue, the one that Brad's got, like that is a quality mix. Most of those are Mountain View seed cultivars. He's got some of the newer cultivars in his blend. But he also has a quality blend out there. So I'm not, when people have a quality seed blend, I'm not the one to sit here and say that I've got the best one. If it's a good quality seed blend, I will say it. And I will go ahead and give credit where credit is due. And a lot of those things, like, I've been out to Oregon, like, I've seen the fields. That's where that quality seeds start. And a lot of people are using a lot of those different blends. They're using it from the same source, right? They're using the same source, but they're just picking the ones that they prefer and the ones that they feel that are going to better perform in their area, in their conditions, in their environments that they're going to put it in. So those are different things that you can pick out of why people pick the seed blends and cultivars that they do. So yeah, Twin City Seed, they've got some great blends over there as well. A lot of those used to be Mountain View seed blends. But yeah, they've got good quality. They've got quality seed over there also. Nothing against Twin City Seed over there either. So if you can check out Twin City, you can check out, what's the other one out there? United Seed. United Seed's another good distributor. They've got a lot of Mountain View seed cultivars there that you can get from United Seed, and you can get some of them there, and Amazon too. Yeah. Lefty just talking. Yeah, you got $29.99 for a titanium GLS tall fescue. Titanium is one of my favorite cultivars. It is like one of my favorite overall cultivars of tall fescue. It's just like a foundation of, it just germinates quick. It establishes quick. It has great color. It's tough and durable. Like, it is, like, I love titanium GLS. It is one of, like, my staple, which is one of the things that I'm going to be talking about with my distributor on Elm Street Elite, is making sure that the blends that we have available this year, that titanium has to be in the bag. Like, titanium has to be in the bag because it varies in the blends that they get on the tall fescue side of it. We'll get 3 different cultivars, but I want to make sure that titanium stays in the bag, And I'm also interested in the new cultivar that Mountain View Seed came out with, that has a higher drought tolerance, and I cannot remember the name of it. Stealth. I'm interested in getting that one in there and trying that out, and seeing exactly how that one performed. And some of y'all actually may got some Stealth last year. If you bought it early, if you bought your Elm Street Elite early part of like the overseeding time frame, it actually had some Stealth in there. Titanium 2 LS, I like that one too. The Titanium lineup, like, so I know they've got Titanium 2, Titanium GLS, and like either one of the Titanium, any of the Titaniums that they've got, like I feel strongly about those. William D. William D. French. Yeah, I agree. Um, I'm in the camp for all of the Titaniums. I've seen them perform very well in just the tall fescue blends. When I first started overseeding lawns, and I was just using the top choice, and it was just the blend of 3 tall fescues that were in there. Was it 3 or 4? Maybe it was 4. But it was just a tall fescue, and Titanium 2 LS was one of them that was typically always in that bag. So, yeah, I support that one also. All right, so if there are no other questions or anything else like that, I think I hit everything as the questions were coming in. I'm gonna just scroll back up and double check and make sure I didn't miss anything. You mentioned we. Let me see what you spot treating for the last 3 months. Just done a blanket spray. That might be the thing. That clover may just be, it may just be lingering underneath the canopy, and you just weren't seeing it as you were making your spot treatments. That could have been it. But yeah, clover's real easy. Clover's real easy one to clean up. It's not too bad to clean that one up, and I'd recommend go ahead and getting it cleaned up before the temps get too hot. And then you have to be out there trying to. I don't like dealing with, once it gets to a certain temperature. Once it gets 85 consistently, get to that 85-degree mark, whatever weeds are out there are going to be there, because I just, unless there's a real pressing need for me to have to get out there and take care of them, which is why I'm looking at getting that yellow wood swirl, going ahead and getting it taken care of here in the next day or so. While we've got these good temperatures, we're going to be in like the mid 70s, low 70s. It's going to be perfect time to get things cleaned up before the summer temperatures get here. And that it's going to be prime temperature where the herbicide is going to work very effectively and quickly, without a lot of risk or damage to, when applied properly, to your lawn, to your good grass. So yeah, clover's not a hard one to get cleaned up. I see you got some nut sedge too that y'all been dealing with. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, you had to you reseeded. Yep. That yeah, man. That Elm Street Elite, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Glad that's working out good for you. Glad it's working out good for you. Mm, and Bermuda grass, not sure. Duckweed and Bermuda grass. Currently mowing. Okay. I'm guessing you are looking, Jackie Jerry. Are you looking to get rid of the duckweed? Is that a question, or are you just saying that you're dealing with? Oh, you want more on that? Currently more on that three quarters of an inch on that Bermuda. Nice, nice. That's where I'm trying to get down. That's where I'm trying to get down to, and that's where I'm gonna set the Hudson at, or I'm gonna set. I'm not gonna get the Hudson back on it immediately after the sand leveling, but I'll put my little. I call it my throwaway reel more. I'm gonna put that at probably three-quarters of an inch. That's where I'm gonna start cutting that. And I might set it to a half. I might set it to a half. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get this iron cutter tight. Like I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to have it tight. And for sure, that Hudson is gonna cut much better at that lower height of cut. That's just where it wants to be. Like you start getting sub 1 inch, sub three-quarters of an inch, half inch and below is where that Hudson. It's a greens mower. Is meant to cut low. Like it is meant to cut low. It is designed for that. Duckweed. I'm gonna just pull this up and see what it looked like. I think I know what it looks like. I think I know what it looks like. Hmm. That is not what I thought it. That is not what I thought it was gonna look like. Yeah, that is that is not what I thought it was gonna look like. I was thinking of another one. I was thinking of another one. And typically, I haven't ran up against this one very much. I haven't ran up against it at all. Let me see. Let me see if there's a university out there that has a recommendation for taking care of that. And usually that's what I like to go and take a look at. Usually Penn State typically has a lot of good information on like recommendations for herbicides to take care of certain weeds and things like that. So there goes. Yeah, it seems like everything is talking about it as in like water type scenarios, like growing in ponds and things like that. Contact herbicide. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say which ones that they have recommended because I don't recommend you all using that one. Yeah, you can do some just my quick research. If you are looking for a solution on what you can use to be able to do that on air, I am not going to be able to give that to you. But I would recommend going ahead and searching for that and look for either Purdue or looking at Penn State. Penn State typically gives a lot of good recommendations, like I said, on like herbicides to take care of certain weeds and things like that. Um, yeah, Polo, that's exactly what came up, and it was like use Daquat for duckweed, and I was like, yeah, probably not gonna recommend that one, but yeah, that is what it says to use is use Daquat for it. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Yeah, man. Dealing with weeds and stuff on from your neighbors can be a challenge. Dealing with weeds and stuff from the neighbors can for sure be a challenge there. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Again, appreciate y'all support. We have got the announcement. If you joined later on and you did not hear the announcement up front, go back and check out the beginning of the catch the replay. Go back and check it out. I'm going to give you the summary of it right now. That's funny. At least I put that holy water and reseed on there. I'm gonna give you the summary of the announcements. Right. This is going to be the quick spiel on it. We are back live with Phoenix. Phoenix fertilizer is available. It is back in stock. We had a successful run with our manufacturer. So you can now go purchase Phoenix. If you are looking for a single bag of Phoenix and that's all you need, and that's all you are looking to purchase right now, you can go ahead and make that purchase right now. You can, as soon as we end the live stream here, you can go ahead and buy you one of those. But if you want to go ahead and stock up, you want to go ahead and start getting ready for the fall, or even getting into next year, this Saturday we will have a live discount that will be coming up. If you buy 2 bags, you will get a 10% discount on that. And if you want to go ahead and really start getting prepared, or you might just have a bigger yard, we're going to be running a 15% discount on 3 bags or more. So 1 bag is going to be regular price, 2 bags is going to be 10% off, and 3 bags or more, you will get 15% off. So that is what we're going to be running, a special here for Phoenix. We haven't determined how long we're going to let that run, but it will be available on Saturday. We'll let y'all know. Right now, I would say it's going to be we're going to run that probably for a couple of days at least. And then give you all the opportunity to be able to go make those purchases. So we appreciate y'all's support. And Phoenix is now back live. The second portion of the announcement is we are working on our second formulation of fertilizer that we're going to be bringing. And we are looking for your feedback. We want to incorporate some of your desires and feedback into this next fertilizer formulation that we are going to be providing. We have a couple of things that we have built the foundation of it already. It's going to be homogeneous. It is going to be a soluble fertilizer. So you'll be able to melt it down, put it in your backpack, spray it out. And it is going to have that same 120 SGN that you get with Phoenix. So it is going to spread like butter through your spreader. Give us your feedback. If you are catching this on the replay, drop it in the comments. And if you are wrapping it up here as we're about to end this, go ahead and jump over to the comments. Give us some feedback on what you would like to see in this formulation and some things that are interesting to you that you would like to see in this one. There are going to be some give and takes. There are going to be some things that we're not going to be able to get in the bag just from a formulation standpoint and the way the science just sciences. So there are some things that just don't work and we won't be able to get them into the bag. And then there's also a cost limitation. So just wanted to give y'all the heads up that we are working on the next formulation to be able to bring to y'all, to be able to give you something that you're looking for that's going to be beneficial to you and your lawn. All right, y'all. That's all we got. And as we always say, just know we working, and we'll catch y'all next week.